Alright, ladies and gents, those of you guys who have been watching the channel from the very beginning know that I've been going on about YouTube and all of its issues that will eventually add up since, I don't know, a year ago. And finally things are starting to add up. The big guys are finally noticing that it's now affecting them too. So they're speaking out about 10 million different things all simultaneously, and it's a nightmare for basically the smaller guys, it's a nightmare for the bigger guys, it's a PR nightmare for YouTube, and it's a nightmare for giant corporations like Sony, and I'm gonna add everything up. But we have to talk about the most important thing. Actually, before we talk about the most important thing, almost at 6,000 followers on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me, because that would be amazing. But as you guys can see, this does lead to the most important thing. Take a look at this. I am so sick of these trash dubstep intros. It looks bad. It does. I mean, what is this? Let's be honest here. What is that? Looks bad, increases your rendering editing time, which is true. If you're gonna make a video and the only reason you are rendering that video is simply so you can add an outro and intro into it, that is just wow. And finally, it sounds bad. Stop using terrible music. It's not making your channel any better. It's not doing anything for the subscribers. It's not giving them a, oh, I should definitely subscribe to this channel. They have such an amazing intro. No, that's not how it works, guys. Stop doing it. If your intro is nice, slick, and people like ask what the song is in the comments, and people ask or go, OMG, that's pretty sick, then keep it. But if people are particularly saying your intro is trash, get rid of it, please. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Making this video and not trying to swear, not that I've ever sworn in any videos, but just putting that out there is going to be the toughest thing ever due to the amount of things that are going on. And I'm going to start off with number 10. You see, YouTube originally started with basically people posting completely random things like their dogs, them going on trips, and after a while people realized that there's potential here and maybe a few hundred people are watching. Then, few hundred people was absolute insanity. They're like, whoa, few hundred people, heck, 23 people watching your video was pretty much absolute insanity. So people like Nigahiga eventually decided that they're going to start making comedy videos, and PewDiePie eventually decided he's going to start the whole gaming thing. In fact, before him, there was no such thing as gaming videos, because it was just that much of a pain to even try to make gaming videos. The screen recorder, where the heck are you going to find that? The things like a good mic, where are you going to find that? Rendering a screen in good HD quality, that was tough. So gameplay was pretty much not there back then, but PewDiePie somehow pulled it off, and eventually people were like, whoa, he's succeeding, let me try this, and now everyone's a freaking gamer. But then a bunch of other channels popped up, like makeup tutorials, and of course the later, of course, prank channels. Vlogs were very popular in 2015, and there's always new genres popping up on YouTube. And these genres eventually led to companies going, OMG, this particular person is directing all these girls who are probably around the age of 15 to 18 who all wear makeup, and obviously we sell makeup, so let's reach out to this YouTuber and make sure that all these people who are watching buy our makeup instead of some other company's makeup. That was their logic. And of course they saw this, but back then it was 200, 300 people. It didn't really matter much, so they just kept an eye on it. But that little eye would eventually lead to something bigger. And of course, all these genres eventually combine together to create, basically, the YouTube as we know it today. Now, as you guys know, YouTube gets billions and billions of views every single week, and there is absolutely no way that a team of YouTube people can oversee all of this. I don't know, how big can YouTube's team be? 100, 200, 1,000 people? How are they supposed to figure out that, oh, we have to do this about all the Clash of Clans YouTubers doing that, or all these guys who are jailbreaking their phones that probably shouldn't be on YouTube, or all these people are uploading inappropriate pranks that probably shouldn't be up there. How are they supposed to oversee that? Well, that's where we come in. The subscribers were supposed to flag these videos as inappropriate, but for some reason this usually led to just trolls flagging things for absolutely no reason, and it miserably failed. And thus arose MCNs, or multi-channel networks. And so the biggest multi-channel networks on YouTube are Maker Studios, Full Screen. I think actually Broadband TV is way up there when it comes to the amount of users. But for now, these are some of them. You've all heard of Machinima, you've heard of Quiz Group, Collective, Any.TV, AwesomeNet.TV, whatever the heck they're called. Anyhow, these guys basically hug a bunch of channels and they're like, you know what, you guys are with us, we're gonna, you know what, we're gonna even pay you. So that I'm actually part of Full Screen. Thank you, Full Screen, for basically being part of me. You do, technically speaking, protect my channel from being taken down if some troll decides that I want to take it down or something along those lines. So thankfully that's one good thing. But with Full Screen and all these guys coming up and getting all these channels to cooperate with them, and them making sure that things like taxes and YouTubers are doing the right thing and copyright and protecting the small guys against the big corporations, that was basically the whole job of MCNs. And so YouTube's like, heck yeah, we can't handle all this, go for it, try to do what you can. Now, I really love this video because everything's slowly going to add up, okay? So, of course, number 10 is the genres, and all these genres were basically not overseen by YouTube because it's physically impossible. So, Network stepped in, and that was number 9. Now, as Network stepped in, they decided to pay on behalf of YouTube and be like, you know what, we'll place the ads in front of their videos, and it'll be up to us, which YouTube also embraced. They were like, alright, go for it. Now, that led to number 8, monetization. People could officially make money off of their videos, and people were like, interesting. Some people in the early days decided this was a bad investment because YouTube, just like any other social network, had the potential to fail. It's like joining MySpace and trying to make something big on it, and then MySpace miserably failing. But YouTube didn't fail, so those who did invest their time into it, channels like Smosh, Nigahiga, and put their all into these videos when they barely made any money off of it, most of them were young, maybe ages, I don't know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, so on and so forth. They were like, you know what, this is fun, I don't even care about the money, let's do it for the fans. And of course the fans grew, and slowly they did start to make money. And money, as we all know, if you follow the money, it usually leads to corruption somewhere along the lines. Now, at first, money was a great idea, and to this day it kind of is, because all of a sudden all these YouTubers could support themselves and do what they love. In fact, they could do exactly what they love. YouTube allowed some people to pursue things that they otherwise would have had to sit in an office and do absolutely nothing. Instead, they could do something fun, like say they like doing makeup tutorials, that's fine, go do it. Say they like playing games, excellent. Say they like reviewing viral videos, because why not? Then go for it and do it, and heck, we'll even pay you to do it if you have enough people watching and caring about your videos. It was a great idea, and for that time, YouTubers didn't make that much, they still did it for the fans. But slowly, YouTubers started to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and now all of a sudden, we have the YouTuber giants. And one particular YouTuber giant that we all know about due to, well, controversies recently, is Fine Bros Entertainment. Now, the Fine Bros, basically, they started the whole react videos. I kind of guess they started it, but in reality, reactions have always been there. Every YouTuber who has ever done a gameplay with their face in it is doing a reaction video, so just putting that out there. But anyhow, so basically their whole idea was, you know what, we're big enough, we can probably muster up enough support, and let's try to get ourselves some more cash. Maybe we can make our videos a little bit better, and of course develop a monopoly. So basically what they tried to do is trademark the word react, and if they did that, if they successfully trademarked the word react and owned that word, then they could go and basically file a dispute against any video that had the word react or their particular video style, and they copyrighted things like Teens React, they copyrighted Grandpa's React, I think, Elders React, yeah, that was it, and Celebrity React, all of those they basically tried to trademark, and they tried to own all those terms so they could A, make sure that no one could ever touch their videos, and B, well, basically no one else could upload videos with the word react in it, because then they could file a dispute and remove it in about 10 seconds. Heck, they actually went and succeeded because they had that trademark for about 26 days. And in that 26 days, guess who they sent out a dispute to? Ellen. Ellen, that's right, Ellen's channel had a reaction video on it, and they sent out a dispute saying they were going to take down her video. Now, as you guys know, that's probably not a good idea, but it goes to show just how big YouTubers have gotten and just how much power that they now have at their disposal. But does that mean that the subscribers are all of a sudden weak? Heck no. What did we do to the poor Fine Bros? It's not pretty. So as a recap, we started off with all these genres, react videos, gaming videos, and then of course came the networks, which were like, you know what, we'll protect your videos, we're going to oversee all these channels, and we're going to pay them too, and so led to YouTubers doing things for kind of money, kind of fans. I mean, YouTube didn't pay well originally, but then came the giant YouTubers, and all of a sudden YouTube started to pay well, and so came YouTubers trying to get the government and use that to its advantage and see how much leeway they could have with their numbers, their money, and of course their power to basically deceive. Now here's a cool thing about the fine bros. Did you guys know that a trademark can be disputed after 30 days by the public if the public doesn't want it? Now usually the public doesn't go through the whole trademark list on the trademark website and check, oh, we don't want that, we don't want that, we don't want that. So technically speaking, if the Fine Bros had never made that video announcing what they did, they would have successfully trademarked those words for good, and those words would have been theirs no matter what we have done. Now, would they have lost subscribers after that? Yes, but people would have also known that there was absolutely nothing we could do. But them being idiots, they decided that, yeah, we're going to make a whole video and everyone's just going to accept the fact that we're going to own these words. Why not, right? Not such a good idea because you did it before your 30 days was up, and we were successfully able to make sure that you did not have those words. Now here's where things got really bad. With giant YouTubers came giant corporations, and all of a sudden these corporations wanted to take hold of some of the YouTube videos as well. They see that YouTube is a giant place where they could place their own ads and things and basically make money off of videos as well, but not in the way you guys would think. There's a particular company out there known as I.O.N.N.Ma.S, and you guys have never heard about it, but I.O.N.N.Ma.S owns something called I.O.N.N.Ma.S, okay? If you guys take a look at I.O.N.N.Ma.S, they're fine. I like I.O.N.N.Ma.S videos, but did you guys know that I.O.N.N.Ma.S is an official brand name, and they decided that there were enough videos on YouTube with the word I.O.N.N.Ma.S in it that if they trademarked that particular word, they would be able to take down any other video with the word I.O.N.N.Ma.S in it, which is fine, but they took it a little too far, and without people noticing, because they decided that they were going to wait their 30 days and not announce what they did. There you go, media at I.O.N.N.Ma.S. Here's what they did. So have you guys ever heard of People Are Awesome videos? Yes, it's very popular. Well, they decided to trademark that term. In fact, it's a whole channel now. They have 119 videos. People Are Awesome, where they take other people's videos, and then if anyone uploads, in fact, Devin Supertramp, I'm sure you guys have heard of him, he decided to upload his year's worth of compilations from all of his amazing videos, all of his content, onto YouTube with the title People Are Awesome Devin Supertramp Edition 2015. Guess what happened? These guys took it down. This is all going on as we speak. But don't worry guys, we're only halfway through the video. We're only halfway through all the problems that are going on right now. I have to get to copyright because that's something that affects me as well. YouTube has a pretty sick copyright system, and the word sick is not used in a good way in that term. So copyright, and we're just going to take a look at the movie reviewers, okay? Movie reviewers views. See if anything pops up. There you go. YouTube copyright community guidelines needs to be fixed now. That was 3 weeks ago. Copyright geeking off. YouTube legally to use copyright. Interstellar. YouTube's content ID system sucks. That was 2 years ago. Copyright disaster. Angry rant. That got 2 million views. I did absolutely nothing, right? YouTube still hasn't changed it. Exception rant. And these just keep going on and on. So let me tell you guys what's going on here, because it's not good. Alright, so on YouTube, there's this thing called the fair use thing, and it's not just on YouTube, it's a whole worldwide thing, which basically says if you use maybe a particular clip from a movie, music, or anything along those lines, and you don't take the whole thing, and you aren't trying to make money off of that, just by posting the whole thing, word for word, or song for song, so on and so forth, onto a particular YouTube channel, or onto your blog, or something along those lines, then it's fine, it's under fair use. Now what's been happening is, movie reviewers are harsh, right? In fact, they're probably the harshest people on YouTube because they really have to make sure that people either watch that movie or they don't. So these guys go and basically really critique these movies in a really honest way, and I like that about them. But here's the thing, directors don't like that. So what they do is every single time one of these YouTubers, and it's really hard to review a movie without taking a clip from that movie, right? Well, these guys like to take small little snippets of the movie parts just to explain and get their point across. And when they do, the directors take that snippet and they abuse that snippet, filing a dispute against just that snippet, so the whole video gets taken down, and basically they send it into YouTube. They go, we own the rights to that snippet, this guy used it unfairly, and of course we have the trademark and copyright, and they do a whole law thing. And all of a sudden, that particular video is no longer up. Now here's what they've been doing. Basically, movies have like this showtime, right? So basically, if they got like 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, by the 4th week, the movie usually disappears off the, basically people don't go and watch it as much. So what these directors are trying to do is they have 30 days to basically make sure that this video doesn't stay up. And after those 30 days, they just release the claim, and that's it. As long as those 30 days, these movie critics cannot put that video up saying this movie sucks or something along those lines, then that's it. And that's exactly what YouTube allows them to do. They can file a dispute, have this video taken down for 30 days and no one can see it, because why not? And then after that, the YouTuber can go and basically file a dispute against that, saying they treated them unfairly. But by then, it's too late for the movie reviewers. People have already seen the movie and either called it trash, great, so on and so forth, and they lost all those views because all of a sudden that particular movie is no longer popular. It's just not fair. And the whole hashtag behind that is, what the F you. Go watch that video. It's called What's Fair Use. It's a really good video. It's 20 minutes long. It probably explains everything much better than me, but that's just focused on copyright. I'm trying to get everything into this video. So if number 5 was copyright, number 6 is the strike system itself. The whole strike. If you get one strike, then basically YouTube bans your channel for, I don't even think it bans your channel. It basically makes it so the video no longer can be seen by anyone, or it makes it so someone else can make money off that video because they supposedly own that content, when in reality they don't. Okay, that's strike 1. Strike 2 is your channel gets banned for 2 weeks. You can no longer access your channel, and so on and so forth. And if you get a 3rd strike or have 3 strikes simultaneously, then YouTube takes down your channel. And unless you are connected to a powerful network and you are big enough to get public outrage, like make Reddit go nuts, which is what the YouTubers usually do, then you're screwed. Your channel's gone. And so many people who have under 50,000 subscribers or 40,000 subscribers, heck, my channel could be affected. I don't even know if I'm big enough. If my channel got taken down, I have no clue what would happen. So the whole thing is, basically, if a channel gets taken down and they don't have enough subscribers backing them up, that channel is gone, and some people rely on this, once again, for their income. And so, is the strike system fair? Is it fair that all these companies can send in strikes and say, that's ours, when in reality it's not even theirs, and it's protected under free use, and they can dispute, take down a video, make money off of that video for a whole month before the YouTuber can do anything about it? No, it's really not. So, as this guy explained, fix the strike system. It's trash. YouTubers and of course subscribers, share this video. I don't really know how exactly you guys can even do anything about YouTube because they don't reply to anything we say. Quite literally, everything is automated. Their customer service is, I don't even know. I don't even think it exists. If you try to file a dispute against YouTube or contact them in any way, it's physically impossible unless you're connected to a network, because the networks know how to contact YouTube and get their point across using legal terms. But how the heck are we supposed to do that? Alright, so I'm just going to go and give you guys a full recap one more time. I'm really trying to get my points across, and I'm trying to show you guys how it sort of leads into this one giant circle. So we got all these genres, and all of a sudden it's connected to the networks, and the networks are giving you money, and the money is owned by most of the giant YouTubers. The giant YouTubers want to get even bigger, so they trademark certain things, and they want to get even bigger, they want to just get huge, so of course they try to copyright and take down any little YouTubers who basically take any of their content. It's bad. And how do they do this? They abuse the YouTube strike system, which is absolute trash. So what does it all lead to? Well, they can't get enough. So they finally turn to this cool little thing known as clickbait. In fact, originally it started with the little guys. You see, the little guys realized that they would have absolutely no chance competing against the giant people who had to do absolutely nothing to basically get their views because they have that many subscribers. So these little guys turned to clickbait, and these clickbait videos did explode for a time, and I'm sure you guys can name channels that were non-existent and all of a sudden shot to the top, Master of, and of course shot to the top just because they used this particular clickbait strategy. And now what happened is the big YouTubers used the clickbait as well, and what originally started as a way for the little guys to potentially compete with the big guys, well, it's now taken over by the big guys. Now, to prove your point, I want to show you guys a comment on my channel. In fact, it was the last comment here. And you are a good YouTuber, you are not like those boast YouTubers, and you never post things like free gems and 300 golem raids. I know those are pretty ridiculous, and many dear person, please use periods. And many people don't watch your vids because of that, and it's sad what YouTube has come to. Keep up the hard work on your videos, and hope you get more subs someday and more people supporting your channel. Thank you very much. But here's the issue. You're absolutely right, and your comment actually got me to make this video. This video doesn't have anything to do with Clash of Clans or Clash Royale or anything. It's just an absolute random top 10 that I was like, you know what? This needs to be said, and if this video has the potential of kicking off, then why not? At least I said my part. Now, the irony of this is right next to that comment is epic live gameplay. Clash Royale. The golem is insane! Exclamation point. Clash Royale hack, add gold safely to your account. Get out of here. 5 elixir collections, level 8 beating, legendary arena finally. What else? Oh, here's a good clickbait. Alright, so I was showing you guys. This is probably a little channel. They're trying to compete. 20 weird jobs that pay well. Take a look at that. Take a look at that freaking thumbnail. 9 fortified places on Earth, and so on and so forth. So as you guys can see, clickbait is the next giant issue. People really want money, and the way they're going to get it is by using clickbait, and clickbait eventually will die off. Eventually people are like, you know what, that's probably just another one of those videos, I probably won't get anything out of that, and it's completely just useless. But for the time being, clickbait is so popular that people are using it just to get their clicks, and although they're not getting the watch time, they know how to use it. So it's just an every person thing now. Even some of the best YouTubers out there have to use it just to compete with the other guys. To prove my point, we're gonna look at one of the biggest guys of good old 2015. Like, what is this? Her worst sunburn? Just the two of us? Those videos have absolutely nothing to do with any of that. I watched all 3 of them and I was like, And finally, we have to get to number 10. With all these YouTubers wanting to make money and wanting to compete against the little guys and the other big guys with all their clickbait videos, they need to do something that will make the viewers come back. And they have to make it better and better and better. So the world has kind of come down to 2 types of videos now. Basically, insane prank videos and Vine compilations. Those are probably the 2 most popular types of videos on YouTube. And as you guys can see, it all leads back to the genres. Interesting, right? So how do you fix all this? I have absolutely no clue. But I'm telling you, these are problems, and they're only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger unless someone steps up and goes, you know what, that guy should not be allowed to trademark the word react, and that guy should not be allowed to take out that video simply because 2 seconds of his song was used in a particular video or a review or something along those lines. People want money, but in the end, no one really cares about the fans anymore. It's so sad. Now, I guess partially the biggest reason that I made this video is because the amount of clickbait recently just increased in my particular genre, which is Clash of Clans. And it's increased so ridiculously because of this one game called Clash Royale. And all of a sudden, people, if I don't do Clash Royale clickbait, it's like my channel isn't going to get anywhere. Everyone's watching Clash Royale, everyone's watching all those clickbait videos on how to get free gold and all that cool stuff. And meanwhile, I was just about to hit 50,000 subscribers. I was like, heck yeah. And then this game came out, alright? And everything just like plummeted, and I was like, wow, what's going on? So I do a quick search of Clash Royale, and you guys can do this too. Take one look at some of those titles, and you'll be like, how the heck am I supposed to compete? Now, I pride myself in not doing clickbait, and I don't plan on doing it just because everyone else is doing. I also pride myself in making original content that you guys want to watch, not because it has a catchy title, not because it has a catchy thumbnail, but simply because it's cool to watch. And I'm going to keep doing that, even if, I don't know, the channel just gets nowhere. And I do want to point out that every single one of you who support me, I appreciate every single one of you, even if it does come down to one person. It's all good. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is going to be me logging off.